environment can be brutal for a dog's paw pads. During the winter, exposure to the elements and toxic de-icing chemicals can lead to drying, cracking, frostbite, and even chemical burn, while the summer is equally traumatic with smoldering asphalt and burning sand. So how can you tell if your dog needs to wear boots? In the winter, your dog should wear boots if you're walking somewhere that salt or toxic de-icers have been spread to melt the ice and snow, if the snow is cold enough to squeak when you walk on it, if you notice your dog shuffling or trying to hold all his paws off the ground at once, or when it's cold enough that you yourself can't walk the dog in comfort without earmuffs or something covering your ears. In the summer, you can do the 5-second rule. If you can't hold the back of your hand flat against the surface of the sand or pavement, it is too hot for your dog's paws. Once you've determined your dog needs boots, it's time to find the perfect fit. To find the right size boot for your dog, place their paw on a sheet of paper, lifting up the other paw so that the dog's weight is fully on the paw being measured. Draw a line on either side of the widest part of the paw. Now you can measure the distance between the two lines to get the paw width measurement. If your dog is in between sizes, size up. You can use a POC to get a snugger fit if the boot is too big. To put the boots on, simply undo the strap and open the gusset. The wide gusset allows you to ensure the paw is properly placed before doing up the hook and loop closure. The additional hook and loop strap lets you further secure the boot onto the paw. A unique feature of the Canine Equipment Trail Boot is that the back boots are sized slightly smaller. This is because on most breeds of dogs, the back paws are narrower, and this will allow for a more precise fit. Other features of the Ultimate Trail Boot include a high-traction, recycled rubber sole and reflective piping for nighttime visibility. Getting your dog used to wearing shoes takes lots of positive reinforcement. Give him a treat after you put on each boot. After all the boots are on, let him play with some toys inside before venturing outside. Keep the sessions short, gradually working your way up to an outdoor walk.
My name's Terry Entler. I am the president and CEO of Healers Pet Care. I started this company a few years ago after my dog and I went on a hike, and I looked at his paws and all 4 pads were pretty much gone. When I took him to the veterinarian, they wrapped his paws in gauze and cleaned up his pads and told us that the treatment was I needed to unbandage him twice a day, soak his paws, and rebandage to keep him protected for the next 6 to 8 weeks. Well, I went to every pet store in the world trying to find a way to make that home care easier. None of the boots breathed. They were difficult to put on. So being an engineer and a creative source, I went down to my sewing machine and I sewed up a bunch of dog boots that would breathe and it would help the healing process as well as protect the paws. And when I took our pet back to the veterinarian, they were just amazed how quickly the paws healed. I decided to create our first product, Healers Medical Dog Booties, and a year later we took them to market. A dog's paws get injured is one of the most common injuries a veterinarian sees. Dogs are pampered these days. They're in the house, they're walking around. One walk around the block and they'll come back with a torn pad. So our next product that we created was the leg wrap, and we decided to create a leg wrap because the next most common injury is like a dew claw injury, or they might have a cut and scrape on the leg, or they have allergies so bad that they're licking their joints really bad, so you have to bandage that leg. So now that we have a product line for rehabilitation of the pet, we thought we needed a product line that helps prevent the injury in the first place. We created Urban Walkers, a protective boot for the paw. Our Urban Walkers is designed as an everyday walking boot, much like your tennis shoes that you would use, just for walking around the neighborhood, and it protects you from all environmental conditions. As a company, we are committed to you as a consumer to continue to create products that help you in the rehabilitation process for your pets, as well as protective devices to keep them from being injured.
Durable dog boots are a best-selling all-around boot, ideal to prevent slipping on floors and light duty in the snow. Plus, they stay on your dog's paws. In red or black water-resistant polyester in 6 sizes, with the toe and sole wrapped in a grippy, flexible, skid-resistant material. With 2 straps, the top strap seals the boot, and the bottom pulls in the opposite direction to really tighten. This patented boot opens wide with foam pads front and back. The pads work with the dog's anatomy above the metacarpal or metatarsal pad. When compressed, the pads lock the boots in place for a comfortable fit. To put on the boots, open the 2 straps and expand the side seams, forming an O shape. Slip the paw all the way into the boot, turning slightly to slip past the foam pads. Tighten the lower strap first, then the top. Check the boots periodically during use and retighten as needed. For dogs that are between sizes or for additional warmth, we recommend using a doggy sock inside the dog boot. Measuring your dog's paw is important for the right fit. Here's how to measure. Place the paw on a piece of paper, press down to mimic the pressure when walking. Mark the left and right sides, measure the distance between, and compare it to the size chart. The paw width should be smaller than the boot size. Dakota, at 2.5 inches, fits a medium boot. UltraPaw's patented dog boots are guaranteed to stay on. Remember to properly size your boots and periodically check to make sure they're staying tightened.